my goal was that I'd put on some weight, and I'd been as heavy as I'd been for probably almost 20 years. So I hadn't been that heavy in a while. And so I thought, well, it's time to get serious about doing some weight loss. In that time frame, I'd also done a lot of other programs, and the weight just came back on. Of course, it comes back on a little bit more than you thought it would. So as I said, I heard about the program on the radio, and I did a little research. I bought the book, Pure No Food, and decided that this was a program that I was interested in, and I came in. So I wanted to lose 40 pounds. I think that I'm still on that journey to lose up about 35 to 40. So I've kind of been in that kind of, I need to get to where 40 is consistent. But I have lost the weight that I intended to when I came here. And so that was my goal, and to get something that was sustainable and something that I can hold on to in the long term, that won't just return my body back to the way it was. I really like vegetables, and so that's not a problem for me. And I know that on some of the social media, that's been one of the issues that people say, oh, it's vegetables, I don't like vegetables, but that was never a problem for me. I think that there's so much variety. I like doing the different meats, different proteins, and adding that. So that was actually a really positive thing. I didn't find there was any kind of issue. The coaches were great, the system was great. I'm not a huge fan of taking pills, so the supplements aren't something that I normally would do, or long term. Even my medication I have to take sometimes when I don't like to take. So if you're taking the shots or something like that, the semaglutides, I think that those give you a really quick response. But then you're stuck with the kind of, you're on the medication. If you don't get off the medication, then your weight's gonna come right back on. And I know, because I've done it before. I've done different things, whether it's the pills, the shots, all the other diets that you go on. This is not a diet necessarily. This is a lifestyle change. It's a way of thinking about food differently. If you take the shots, take the pills, you're gonna lose weight, and you're gonna lose it quickly. You might lose a lot of weight, but as soon as you're off the thing that you were dependent upon to lose the weight, it's gonna come right back on. So one of the things that I know that people flock to is to do those quick shots. So I can lose 15 pounds in a month. Yeah, you might, but then what? If you're going to go right back to eating and to not do the shots anymore, then it's gonna come right back on. So I don't necessarily recommend that. This is just such a sustainable, you're eating real food. It's the healthiest diet that I've ever been on. You're eating real food, you're drinking a lot of fluid, you're making sure that you're getting your pink salts, your minerals, that our food supply now is kind of depleted in. And I think that that's really one of those things that we just have to really keep focusing on, is that this is a sustainable, this is something that you can give them the tools to last a lifetime, not just while you're taking a shot or while you're taking the pills. I think being more aware of how my body reacts gives me kind of tools and confidence that I wouldn't necessarily have. I know that my body reacts differently to milk products now, because you're adding those back in slowly. I know that yogurt hits my body differently than cottage cheese does. I know that breads are different. So I think that confidence that gives you, and just the confidence to, if you're no food, to be able to have a piece of cake and go, yeah, I can have that, but I'm not gonna have 5 pieces. And I think confidence, I think that really does, that affects you for the rest of your life too.